Dear students, welcome to the first lecture of unit number 4, that is complexation and the topic of first lecture of complexation is introduction of complexes. Okay. Before understanding the what is complexation, what are different types of complexes, we should know what are complexes or what are complex compounds. So, what are complexes? The complexes constitute a separate class of compounds. The complexes constitute a separate class of compounds which result from some types of interaction among the different chemical species. Means there is involvement of some types of interaction, some types of bondings between the different chemical entity that resulted into the formation of a complex compound or complex entity or complexes. Okay. And the intermolecular forces are involved in the formation of complexes. These intermolecular forces are covalent bond, hydrogen bond, van der Waals forces, ion dipole, dipole-dipole, dipole-induced dipole. Okay. What is complex or what is a complex compound? The complex compound is a separate class of compound that are formed or that are resulted from different types of interaction that exist between the different chemical entity, and there are involvement of certain intermolecular forces in the formation of complexes. And what are these intermolecular forces? The intermolecular forces can be covalent bond, these can be hydrogen bond, they can be van der Waals forces of attraction, there can be ion dipole interaction, dipole-dipole interaction or dipole induced dipole interaction. Okay. Now, next comes to the classification of complexes. Okay. See, complexes can be classified or can be categorized into 3 different classes. What are these classes? First is metal complexes. First class is metal complexes. In this, a metal ion is involved and certain entities or certain species are attached or are linked with certain intermolecular forces, and that resulted into the metal complexes. Okay. Second is organic molecular complexes. Third one is inclusion compounds. Okay. Complexes are categorized into 3 different types, 3 different methods: metal complexes, organic molecular complexes, and third one is inclusion compounds. Metal complexes are further classified into 4 types. What are these 4 types? Inorganic types, chelates, olefin type and aromatic type. Okay. Metal complexes are 4 types: inorganic types, chelates, olefin type, aromatic type. Organic molecular complexes are classified into 4 categories: drug caffeine complex, polymer type, picric acid type and quinhydrone type. Next is inclusion compounds. These inclusion compounds are also categorized into 4 classes. What are these? Channel type inclusion compounds, layer type inclusion compounds, clathrates inclusion compounds and monomolecular type of inclusion compounds. Okay. These complexes are classified into 3 types: metal complex, organic molecular complex and inclusion compounds. And further, these metal complexes are categorized into 4 classes. Organic molecular complexes are also categorized into 4 classes, and inclusion compounds are also categorized into 4 classes. So, in this lecture we will discuss only metal complexes and the types of metal complexes. Okay. So, first is metal complexes. What are metal complexes? As the name indicates, metal complexes consist of a metal ion, and this metal ion acts as a substrate, or it acts as the central atom to which there is are certain electron pair donor or certain ligands are bind, and a complex is formed by the and that bond which is formed between the metal ion and the ligands is known as the coordination bond. Okay. In case of metal complexes, there is a metal ion. In this type, metal ion constitutes the central atom or substrate, and it interacts with a base. And what is this base? This base can be electron pair donor or also known as the ligands. So, this type of interaction that leads to the formation of a coordination bond between the species. What are these species? Metal ion and the ligands. Okay. So, what are the next comes to the types of metal complexes. What are the first type of metal complexes? Inorganic complexes. The inorganic complexes can be best explained by studying the Werner postulates. Okay. Before going deep into the inorganic complexes, we should know about what are the various postulates of the Werner. See, Werner has presented a number of rules by which of some derivations from the classical theories of valency can be rationalized. Okay. So, what are the Werner postulates? First postulate is there are two types of valencies involved. First is primary or ionic, second is secondary or coordinate. According to Werner, there are two types of valencies. First one is primary valency, that is also known as the ionic valency. Second one is secondary valency, that is also known as the coordinates. Okay. So, same type of anion, radical or molecule may be held by any one or both type of valency. Okay. Third is every central atom has a fixed number of non-ionic valencies or coordination number. The coordination atom occupies the first sphere or coordination sphere, and other atoms occupy the second sphere or ionization sphere. In case of metal complexes, metal ion constitutes the coordination sphere, and the ligands that are and the other atom forms the ionization sphere. Okay. Fourth postulate is neutral molecules or ions may satisfy the non-ionic valencies. And last one is the non-ionic valencies are directed to the specific positions in the space. Okay. So, to understand the Werner postulates, we are taking an example of. So, these postulates can be illustrated with this example. In this case, this is a central atom, cobalt. Cobalt is central atom. Firstly, according to Werner postulate, there are two types of sphere. One is coordination sphere, and second one is ionization sphere. Okay. So, in this is the coordination sphere. And this is the ionization sphere, and in coordination sphere there is a central atom, that is cobalt. There is a central atom, that is cobalt, and to this central atom or to this metal ion there are some attachment or some ligands are bind to this, and these act as the ligand. Okay. According to Werner postulates, there are two types of valencies that can be primary and secondary, means ionic or coordinate, and same type of anion or radical or molecule may be held by any one or both type of valency. Third postulate is every central atom has fixed number of non-ionic valency or coordination number, means in this example cobalt has certain coordination number. Okay. See, in this example cobalt has certain coordination number, and these are the ligands that are bind to the central atom and forms the coordination sphere, and this is the ionization sphere. Okay. Upon ionization, this molecule will be ionized and form CO, Cl, NH3, 5, 2 positive and 2 chloride ion. Okay. When this molecule is getting into the solution, in solution this compound ionizes to form the COCl NH3 5 power 2 plus and 2 chloride ions, means the coordination sphere will ionizes and dissociated into this. Okay. And the chloride ion in the coordination sphere can't be precipitated by the silver nitrate, means I am talking about this chloride ion that is present in the coordination sphere. It cannot be precipitated by the silver nitrate. Okay. And the groups that are present such as Cl and NH3, these are in the coordination sphere and these are called as the ligands. Okay. These are called as the ligands. Okay. The type of bonding between metal and ligand may be covalent bonding or electrostatic bonding. Okay. So, this is the explanation of Werner postulate. Okay. What Werner postulate, Werner told that in the solution the compound ionizes to form this ion, and the chloride ion in the coordination sphere can't be precipitated by the silver nitrate, and the groups such as chloride amine in the coordinated sphere are called as the ligands. Last one is the type of bonding between metal and ligand may be electrostatic or covalent bonding. Okay. So, this in this case the to the cobalt, to the central atom there is attachment of 5 amine group and 1 chloride molecule. So, there are 6 points of attachment. So, the coordination number of cobalt is 6 in this case. Okay. See, when we are studying the hybridization, in that case the cobalt has this is D, this is S and this is P. Okay. The cobalt has 6 number of electron. Okay. The 5 are filled into this and one is completely filled and 4 are half filled. This occurs in case of classical theories, but in case of complexation this theory changes and these half filled orbital, the electrons of these half filled orbitals shift to the adjacent orbitals to completely fill them. Okay. In that case, the hybridization will become so this is completely filled, but these two will shifted into these to make them completely filled and form two vacant orbital. So, these vacant orbital can have attachment site. So, at these points there can be association, there can be attachment of certain ligands or certain molecules. So, these vacant orbitals are known as the coordination number. Okay. So, the hybridization will becomes D2sp3. In the classical theory it is 3d6 and S and p orbitals are completely vacant, but in case of complexation there is the movement of these electrons into this and the two orbitals are completely vacant. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, there are 6 vacant orbitals and these vacant orbitals are involved in the complexation process. So, the cobalt molecule has 6 coordination number and it forms the octahedral arrangement. What is octahedral arrangement? Cobalt means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It has 6 binding sites. So, it forms a octahedral rearrangement. Okay. So, in the Werner postulate the coordination number of central atom is what? It is the maximum number of atoms or groups that can combine with the central atom in the coordination sphere. As I have told you in the example that in this one chloride and 5 amine groups are linked to the central atom, that is cobalt, 5 plus 1 6. So, the coordination number of cobalt is 6 and why it is so? This is because of this hybridization. Okay, this is due to the octahedral rearrangement of the cobalt. Okay. So, what is coordination number? Coordination number of central atom is the maximum number of atoms or maximum number of groups that can combine with the central atom in the coordination sphere. Okay. So, coordination number is usually an even number and in the given example the cobalt, the coordination number is 6. So, it gives the octahedral rearrangement. Okay. Now, second type of metal complex is chelates. Now, what do you mean by chelates? Chelates are the group of metal ion complexes. These are the group of metal ion complexes in which a substrate or a ligand provides 2 or more donor groups to combine with the metal ion. In case of metal complexes, metal ligand provide only one site of attachment to the metal ion, but in case of chelate there are more number of donor groups to combine with the metal ion, and depending upon the number of donor groups these ligand can be classified into bidentate, tridentate, hexadentate, tetradentate. Okay. Next, depending on the number of donor group available for complexation, the ligands are called as the bidentate, tridentate and polydentate. For example, EDTA. EDTA, it is the example of chelates that possess polydentate donor groups. Okay. Ethylene diamine tetraacetic acid. Now, in the chelate there are two other terms. First is sequestering and second one is sequestering agents. What do you mean by sequestering? Sequestering means, sequestering is a process in which the property of metal is suppressed without removing it from the solution. Okay. Next is sequestering agent, the agents or the ligands which suppresses the property of metal ion, or the ligand which form as stable water soluble metal chelate are known as the sequestering agent. Example of sequestering agents are chlorophyll, hemoglobin, EDTA. Okay, these all are the example of chelates or sequestering agents. Okay. Next is the last type, olefin type and or aromatic type. Okay. Olefin type and aromatic type complexes involves the Lewis acid base reaction, and these type of complexes can be used as catalyst in the manufacturing of bulk drug, in the manufacturing of intermediates and also in the drug analysis. Okay. So, what I have told you? I have told you about the metal complexes. And what are metal complexes? In the metal complexes, the metal ion constitutes the central atom that acts as a substrate to which a base or electron pair donor or a ligand can combine to form a complex by the coordination bond or covalent bond. Okay. So, metal ion consists of central atom, that is substrate, and it interacts with a base or electron pair donor or ligand, and this type of interaction leads to the formation of coordination bonds between the species. These metal complexes are of four types. First is inorganic complexes. Second type of complex is chelates, third type of complex is olefin type, and fourth one is aromatic type. Okay. First is inorganic complexes. So, to understand the concept of inorganic complexes, firstly we should be aware about the Werner postulates. This Werner scientist has proposed a number of rules by which some of the deviations from the classical theories of valencies can be rationalized. Okay. So, Werner has given the 5 postulates, and what are these postulates? First is, there are two types of valencies. What are these valencies? Ionic valency and secondary valency. Okay. Ionic valency are also known as the primary valency, and secondary valency are known as the coordinate. Okay. Second is, same type of anion, radical or molecule may be held by any one or both type of valency. Third postulate is, every central atom has fixed number of non-ionic valency or coordination number. Means every central atom has fixed number of vacant orbitals or vacant sites to which ligands can bind and form a coordination bond, and the number of sites or number of fixed sites are known as the coordination number. So, the coordination atoms occupies the first sphere or coordination sphere, and the other atom occupies the second or ionization sphere. So, there are two types of sphere, coordination sphere and ionization sphere. Coordination sphere is known as the first sphere and ionization sphere is known as the second sphere. Next is neutral molecules or ions may satisfy the non-ionic valencies. Last postulate is the non-ionic valencies are directed to the specific positions in the space. Okay, these all are the 5 postulates and these can be explained with the help of an example. What this let us consider example of cobalt. In this, cobalt acts as a central atom to which 6 ligands or 6 electron pair donors are bind and forms a coordination sphere. So, in the coordination sphere, in the first sphere there is presence of cobalt, chloride and 5 amine molecule, and in the ionization sphere there are 2 molecule of chlorine. Okay. When ionization occurs, this molecule ionizes to form the compound ionizes to form the COCl NH3 power 2 positive and 2 chloride ions. Okay. The chloride ion in the coordination sphere can't be precipitated by the silver nitrate. Which chloride ion? This chloride ion that is presented into the coordination sphere. It is not precipitated. See, this is precipitated, but this can't be precipitated by the silver nitrate or argentometric titration. Okay. Groups such as chloride amine in the coordination sphere are called as the ligands. So, there are 6 ligands that are bind to the cobalt ion. So, the coordination number of cobalt is 6, and this type of bonding that exists between the metal and ligand may be electrostatic or covalent. Okay. So, in the classical theories, in case of d orbital there are 6 electrons that are present in this, but according to Werner this theory changes and these electrons are shifted to the adjacent orbitals to make them completely filled and to vacant the last 2 orbitals. And when these 2 orbitals are vacant, this hybridization will become D2sp3, means it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 vacant orbitals and 6 ligand molecules or 6 electron pair donors can bind to this cobalt molecule to form the coordination sphere. Okay. So, the coordination number of cobalt is 6 in this case. Okay. So, next is chelates. Chelates are the group of metal ion complexes in which a substrate or ligand provides 2 or more donor groups to combine with the metal ion. The only difference between the metal complexes and chelate is that in case of metal complexes, ligands can provide only one site to combine with metal ion, but in case of chelate there is availability of 2 or more donor groups to combine with the metal ion, and depending upon the number of donor group, availability of number of donor group, the ligands are called as bidentate, tridentate, polydentate. Okay. It also involves sequestering agent and sequestering process. What is sequestering? A process in which property of the metal is suppressed without removing it from the solution, and the agents that induce this process, that initiate the process of sequestering, are known as the sequestering agent, for example chlorophyll and hemoglobin. Okay. Last is the olefin and aromatic type. These type of complexes involves Lewis acid base reaction, and these type of complexes can be used as catalyst in the manufacturing of bulk drug, in the manufacturing of intermediates, and also in the drug analysis. Okay. This is all about the metal complexes involved in the complexation. Okay. Thank you.